Nanda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Nama
Nama,
Krishna Jadavai Nama, Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan.
Mahakaro Divajalam,
Pangulang Hayate Girim Jatkipa Tamhang Vande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Isharam.
Hare Om Tat Sat. Go for a break.
2 minutes. Okay. Hare Krishna. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled as The Result of Hearing About the Meeting of Maharaj Pratap Rudra with Lord Chaitanya. Yeah. Very good. This is our 14th chapter. You have to say 14.1. Don't say 13.1. Don't forget because it will be recorded. So there will be like part 2 was there. When 21 just stop. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 14.1.
হীরা পঞ্চমী দর্শনে নিত্যকারী গৌর সুন্দর গৌর প্রসন্ন আত্মবৃন্দৈ শ্রীলক্ষ্মী বিজয়োৎসবম শ্রুত্তা গোপীরসোলসং হৃষ্টা প্রেমানুনর্তস.
Accompanied by his personal associates, devotees, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the festival known as Lakshmi Vijayotsava. There he discussed the super excellent love of the gopis. Just by hearing about them, he became very pleased and danced in great ecstatic love for the Lord. See Madhya Leela 14.4.
প্রভুর বিশ্রামকালে রাজার প্রবেশ এই মতো মহাপ্রভু আছেন প্রেমের আবেশে হেন কালে প্রতাপ রুদ্র করিল প্রবেশে.
While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was resting in ecstatic love, Maharaj Prataparudra entered the garden.
Seems like Hera Panchami is on the Panchami, 5 days after the Rath reaches Gundita.
Seems like Hera Panchami is 5 days after the Rath reaches the Gundicha.
This seems to be and the Rath stopped at the Vipra Asana.
This seems to be the last stop at the Vipra Asana.
Everyone is offering their bhoga.
When everyone is offering the bhoga.
And Lord Chaitanya went into the flower garden and rested.
And Lord Chaitanya went to the flower garden and rested.
And Prataparudra Maharaj enters the same garden.
Then Prataparudra Maharaj enters the same garden. Chaitanya Bhagavad Antakhanda 5.187.
দৈবে একদিন প্রভু পুষ্পের উদ্যানে বসিয়া আছেন কত পারিষদ শনে.
By the arrangement of providence, the Lord was one day sitting in a flower garden in the company of his associates. CC Madhya Leela 14.5.
দিন বৈষ্ণব বেশে সর্ব বৈষ্ণবের আজ্ঞা লইয়া নিমিলিত নেত্র প্রভুর পাদ সম্বাহন সার্বভৌম উপদেশে ছাড়ি রাজবেশ একেলা বৈষ্ণব বেশে করিল প্রবেশ.
Following Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's instructions, the king had given up his royal dress. He now entered the garden in the dress of a Vaishnava. Purport. Sometimes members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, especially in the Western countries, find it difficult to approach people to distribute books because people are unfamiliar with the traditional saffron robes of the devotees. The devotees have therefore inquired whether they can wear European and American dress before the general public. From the instructions given to King Prataparudra by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, we can understand that we may change our dress in any way to facilitate our service. When our members change their dress to meet the public or to introduce our books, they are not breaking the devotional principles. The real principle is to spread the Krishna consciousness movement, and if one has to change into regular Western dress for this purpose, there should be no objection. Chaitanya Bhagavatanta Khanda.
Prabhupada, so Prabhupada is keeping the
Srila Prabhupada is keeping the
principle
principle
of spreading Krishna consciousness.
of spreading Krishna consciousness.
But he's changing, he's adjusting a detail,
But he's adjusting a detail,
which dress to wear,
which dress to wear,
which dress is more beneficial for distributing Krishna consciousness.
which dress is more appreciable for distributing Krishna conscious.
He's allowing that.
He's allowing that. Chaitanya Bhagavatanta Khanda 5.188.
একদিন পুষ্প উদ্যানে উপবিষ্ট সপর্ষদ প্রভুর চরণে রাজার ষষ্ঠাঙ্গ প্রণতি ও সাত্ত্বিক বিকার সহ আনন্দ মূর্ছা একাকী প্রতাপ রুদ্র গিয়া সেই স্থানে দীর্ঘ হই পড়িলেন প্রভুর চরণে।
Prataparudra went there alone and fell flat at the lotus feet of the Lord.
Really did it well. Sorry.
All right, okay. CC Madhya Leela 14.6.
সব ভক্তের আজ্ঞা নিল জোড়ো হাত হইয়া প্রভু পদ ধরি পড়ে সাহস করিয়া।
Maharaj Prataparudra was so humble that with folded hands he first took permission from all the devotees. Then with great courage he fell down and touched the lotus feet of the Lord.
So this shows how Maharaj Prataparudra went dressed as a Vaishnava and begged the permission of the devotees to massage lotus feet of the Lord.
So this shows how Maharaj Prataparudra approached the devotees and begged their permission to massage the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya.
Dressed as a Vaishnava. Dressed as a Vaishnava.
Dressed as a Vaishnava. CC Madhya Leela 14.7.
আখি মুদি প্রেমে প্রভু ভূমিতে শয়ন নিপ্রতি নৈপুণ্যে করে পাদ সম্বাহন।
As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lay on the raised platform with his eyes closed in ecstatic love and emotion, the king very expertly began to massage his legs. CC Madhya Leela 14.8.
রাজার গোপী গীতা পাঠ রাসলীলার শ্লোক পড়ি করেন স্তবন জয়তীতে ধিকং অধ্যায় করেন পঠন।
The king began to recite verses about the Rasa Leela from Srimad Bhagavatam. He recited the chapter beginning with the words Jayati Tedikam. Purport. These verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 31, constitute what is known as the Gopi Gita.
Wow. King Prataparudra
So while King Prataparudra,
dressed as a Vaishnava,
dressed as a Vaishnava,
massaged Lord Chaitanya's lotus legs and feet,
massaged Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet,
he recited the Gopi Gita.
he recited the Gopi Gita. CC Madhya Leela 14.9.
প্রভুর সন্তোষ ও শুনিতে আগ্রহ শুনিতে শুনিতে প্রভুর সন্তোষ অপার বল বল বলি প্রভু বলে বারবার।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard these verses, he was pleased beyond limits. And he said again and again, go on reciting, go on reciting.
Lord Chaitanya appreciated these verses
Lord Chaitanya appreciated the verses
very much.
very much.
While lying down, he encouraged King Rudra,
While lying down, he encouraged King Prataparudra,
who was dressed as a Vaishnava.
who was dressed as a Vaishnava.
Go on, go on.
Go on, go on. This is Madhya Leela 14.10.
প্রেমাবিষ্ট প্রভু রাজাকে আলিঙ্গন, তব কথামৃতম শ্লোক রাজা যে পড়িল, উঠি প্রভু প্রেমাবেশে আলিঙ্গন কইল।
As soon as the king recited the verse beginning with the words Tava Kathamritam, the Lord arose in ecstatic love and embraced him. You see, Madhya Leela 14.11.
আপনাকে প্রচুর লাভবান জ্ঞানে রাজাকে কৃতজ্ঞতা, তুমি মোরে দিলে বহু অমূল্য রতন, মোর কিছু দিতে নাহি দিলু আলিঙ্গন।
Upon hearing the verse recited by the king, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you have given me invaluable gems, but I have nothing to give you in return. Therefore, I am simply embracing you.
So, Chaitanya didn't
So Lord Chaitanya didn't
say that he recognized the king.
say that he recognized the king.
He just said that
He just said that
you have given me priceless gems
you have given me a priceless gem
by having those verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam.
by having sung the verses from Srimad Bhagavatam.
Having nothing to repay you,
Having nothing to repay
I
you,
can only give you a embrace
I only give you an embrace.
and embrace
An embrace.
and embrace
An embrace.
and embrace.
And embraced. Okay. CC Madhya Leela 14.12.
উভয়ের অশ্রু ও কম্প, এত বলি সেই শ্লোক পড়ে বারবার, দুই জনার অঙ্গে কম্প নেত্রে জলধার।
After saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to recite the same verse again and again. Both the king and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were trembling and tears were flowing from their eyes.
Having been embraced by Lord Chaitanya,
Having embraced by Lord Chaitanya,
king was also in an ecstatic love.
the king was also in ecstatic love.
Lord Chaitanya repeating the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam
Lord Chaitanya repeating the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam
was in ecstatic love.
was in ecstatic love.
And tears were flowing from both of their eyes.
And tears were flowing from both of their eyes. You see Madhya Leela 14.13.
ভাগবত কথামৃত বিতরণকারী সর্বশ্রেষ্ঠ দাতা, শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতে 10:31-9। তব কথামৃতম তত্ত্বজীবনম কবিভিড়িতম কলমশাপহম শ্রবণ মঙ্গলম শ্রীমদাত্ততং ভুবি ঘৃণতিতে ভূরিদা জনা।
My Lord, the nectar of your words and the descriptions of your activities are the life and soul of those who are always aggrieved in this material world. These narrations are transmitted by exalted personalities and they eradicate all sinful reactions. Whoever hears these narrations attains all good fortune. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Those who spread the message of Godhead are certainly the most munificent welfare workers. Purport. This verse is Srimad Bhagavatam 10.31.9.
This verse qualifies
So this verse glorifies
Lord's narrations and those who narrate
this
the
verse
message of the Lord.
narrations of the Lord and those who narrate the glories of the Lord. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.189.
অশ্রুকম্প পুলকে রাজার অন্ত নাই, আনন্দে মূর্ছিত হইলেন সেই ঠাই।
Oh. Crying, trembling,
Crying, trembling,
and his hair standing on end,
and with hair standing on end,
like the king's ecstatic symptoms,
the king's ecstatic symptoms,
no end.
no end. Okay.
Filled with transcendent ecstasy, see, the king
Filled with transcendental ecstasy, the king
fainted
fainted
in that place.
at that place. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.190.
প্রেম ভক্তির লক্ষণ দর্শনে প্রভুর বাজার অঙ্গে শ্রীহস্ত প্রদান, এটা রাজার অঙ্গে শ্রীহস্ত প্রদান ও উত্থানার্থ আদেশ। বিষ্ণু ভক্তি চিহ্ন প্রভু দেখিয়া রাজার, উঠো বলি শ্রীহস্ত দিলেন অঙ্গে তার।
Seeing the Lord Chaitanya saw the symptoms
When Lord Chaitanya saw the symptoms
of pure devotional service to Vishnu
of pure devotional service to Vishnu
on the body of the king,
on the body of the king,
he said, "Rise,"
he said, "Rise,"
and put his lotus hand
and put his lotus hand
on the body of the king.
on the body of the king. CC Madhya Leela 14.14.
অজ্ঞাতসারে রাজাকে আলিঙ্গন, ভুরিদা ভুরিদা বলি করে আলিঙ্গন, ইহ নাহি জানে ইহ হয় কোন জন।
After reciting this verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately embraced the king and cried, "You are the most munificent, you are the most munificent." At this point, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not know who the king was.
Lord Chaitanya
Lord Chaitanya,
declared, I don't know who you are.
he said, I don't know who you are.
You are the most magnificent.
You are the one who is most munificent,
Therefore he embraced you.
and therefore he embraced him.
And this way, the king got the mercy,
So this way the king got the mercy,
but
but
he didn't display who he was.
he didn't display who he was. You see Madhyalila 14.50.
রাজার পূর্ব সেবা দর্শনে প্রভুর কৃপা, পূর্ব সেবা দেখি তারে কৃপা উপজিল, অনুসন্ধান বিনা কৃপা প্রসাদ করিল।
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy was aroused because of the king's previous service. Therefore, without even asking who he was, the Lord immediately bestowed his mercy upon him.
Not that
It is not that
Lord Chaitanya didn't know who he was,
Lord Chaitanya didn't know who he was,
but he was satisfied that the king had done various devotional services
but he was satisfied that the king had done various devotional services
to the lotus feet of Lord Jagannath
to the lotus feet of Lord Jagannath
and his devotees.
and his devotees. You see Madhyalila 14.16.
চৈতন্য কৃপায় অধিকার বিচার বা হেতু নাই, এই দেখো চৈতন্যের কৃপা মহাবল, তার অনুসন্ধান বিনা করাই সফল।
How powerful is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without even inquiring about the king, the Lord made everything successful. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is so powerful that it acts automatically. If a person renders loving service to Krishna, it never goes in vain. It is recorded in a spiritual account, and in due time it will fructify. This is confirmed by the Bhagavad Gita 2.40. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has particularly bestowed upon all fallen souls in this age the most potent method of devotional service, Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the Lord's holy name, and whoever takes to it through the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is immediately elevated to the transcendental position. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.532 recommends Yagya Sankirtana Paraya Yajanti Sametasa. A student of Krishna consciousness must receive Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, then his devotional service will quickly succeed. This was the case with King Prataparudra. One has to be noticed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and a little service with sincere efforts will convince the Lord that one is a proper candidate for returning home back to Godhead. At first, Maharaj Prataparudra did not have a chance to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But when the Lord saw that the king was serving Lord Jagannath as a menial sweeper, the Lord's mercy upon the king became a solid fact. When Maharaj Prataparudra in the dress of a Vaishnava was serving the Lord did not even inquire who he was. Rather, he had compassion upon him and embraced him. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wants to point out that nothing could compare to the Lord's mercy towards Maharaj Prataparudra. Therefore, he uses the word Dekha, just see. And Chaitanya Kripa Mahabal. How powerful is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is also confirmed by Prabhupada Saraswati in Chaitanya Chandramrita 5. Yat Karunya Kataksha Vaibhavatam. Even a little of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy serves as a great asset for spiritual advancement. Therefore, the Krishna consciousness movement must be spread through the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Rupa Goswami experienced the mercy and magnanimity of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is more magnanimous than any other avatar, even Krishna himself, because he is bestowing freely what no one else has ever given, pure love of Krishna. Srila Lochandas Thakur has also sung Parama Karuna Doijana Nitaya Gaura Chandra. The two brothers, Nitaya and Gaura, are so kind that no one can compare to them. Similarly, Srila Narottam Das Thakur has sung, just to deliver all the sinful persons of this age by propagating the chanting of the holy name, Lord Krishna and Lord Balram have advented as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Jagai and Madai are evidence of their success. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's special mission is deliverance of all fallen souls in Kali Yuga. Devotees of Krishna must persistently seek the favor and mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to become fit to return home back to Godhead.
Anyone
So anyone
engages in the
who engages in the
Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya
Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya
is eligible to receive this divine mercy of the Lord.
is eligible to receive this divine mercy of the Lord. Okay. Eye drops. See, CC Madhya Leela 14.17.
প্রেমাবেশে রাজাকে প্রেমাবেশে রাজাকে পরিচয় জিজ্ঞাসা, প্রভু বলে কে তুমি, করিলা মোর হিত, অচম্বিতে আসি প্রিয়, কৃষ্ণ নীলামৃত।
Finally, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Who are you? You have done so much for me. All of a sudden, you have come here and made me drink the nectar of the pastimes of Lord Krishna." CC Madhya Leela 14.18.
রাজার কৃষ্ণ দাসানুদাস বলিয়া স্বীয় পরিচয় দান। রাজা কহে আমি তোমার দাসের দাস, ভিত্তের ভিত্ত করো এই মোর আশ।
The king replied, "My lord, I am the most obedient servant of your servants. It is my ambition that you will accept me as the servant of your servants." Purport. The greatest achievement for a devotee is to become a servant of the servants of the Lord. Actually, no one should desire to become the direct servant of the Lord. That is not a very good idea. When Prahlad Maharaj was offered a benediction by Narsimhadev, Prahlad rejected all kinds of material benedictions, but he prayed to become the servant of the servants of the Lord. When Dhruva Maharaj was offered a benediction by Kuvera, the treasurer of the demigods, Dhruva could have asked for unlimited material opulence, but he simply asked for the benediction of becoming the servant of the servants of the Lord. Kolavicha Sridhar was a very poor man, but when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to give him a benediction, he also prayed to the Lord to be allowed to remain a servant of the servants of the Lord. The conclusion is that being the servant of the servants of the Lord, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the highest benediction one can desire.
This is a very important instruction.
So this is a very important instruction.
We should desire to be the servant of the servant of the Lord.
We should desire to be a servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord.
This is the real success of life.
And this is the real success of life. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.191.
রাজার প্রভুর শ্রীচরণ ধারণ পূর্বক করন্দন ও কাকুবাদ শ্রীহস্ত পরশে রাজা পাইল চেতন প্রভুর চরণ ধরি করেন ক্রন্দন।
By the touch of his lotus hand,
By the of his lotus hand,
of the lotus hand,
of the Lord's lotus hand,
the king regained consciousness.
the king regained consciousness.
He grabbed the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya.
He grabbed the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya
And he cried in loving ecstasy.
and he cried in loving ecstasy. We continue. Then Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.192.
ত্রাহি ত্রাহি কৃপা সিন্ধু সর্বজীবনাশ মুঞ্জি পাত কিরে করো শুভ দৃষ্টি পাত।
Save me, save me.
Save me, save me.
Oh, supremely independent ocean of mercy.
Supremely independent ocean of mercy.
Save me, save me.
Save me, save me.
Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
a friend of the fallen.
the friend of the fallen. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanda 5.194.
ত্রাহি ত্রাহি সর্বদেব বন্দা রামকান্ত ত্রাহি ত্রাহি ভক্তজন বল্লভ একান্ত।
Save me, save me.
Save me, save me.
Worshipped by all the devas,
Oh, worshipped by all the devas,
the beloved of Lakshmi Devi.
the beloved of Lakshmi Devi.
Save me, save me.
Save me, save me.
Oh, dear to the devotees of the Lord.
Oh dear to the devotees of the Lord.
Who are they? singularly most dear to the devotees.
The singularly most dear to the devotees. Chaitanya Bhagavat Antyakanta 5.
Most singularly most affectionate to his devotees.
Or singularly most affectionate to his devotees.
How long? How long if you want? How many Chaitanya Bhagavat? How long?
I'm counting how many.
I don't know how. Numbers there.
At least 6 Chaitanya Bhagavat.
No, let's stop here. Stop wherever you're at. Go up. What did I read? Okay, yeah.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Srila Guru Maharaj would be back after a 2-minute short break. Meanwhile, we'll listen to the announcements from
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome back to Guru Maharaj's virtual book table from Sridham Mayapur. Those who participate in the pastimes of Guru Maharaj's book distribution through virtual table becomes a member of the Guru Maharaj's virtual table called GMVT. On behalf of each of the GMVT members, on every Ekadashi, a special puja is being done in Sridham Mayapur. This is in addition to the special Narasimha puja on the following day of your sponsorship. We are gradually announcing every day few names, and the list is still growing. Haribol. Today we have from Krishna Katadesh, Sri Madhyama Dvip Chakra, Rasanath Gopal Prabhu, 11 Gitas, Shyama Sundar Leelaraj Prabhu, 11 Gitas, Venkateshwar Gopal Prabhu, 11 Gitas, Ashay Prabhu, 11 Gitas, Arul Prabhu 22 Gitas, Lakshmi Prada Mataji 55 Gitas, Jivaga Pandian Prabhu 11 Gitas, Santosh Prabhu 11 Gitas, Ramakumar Prabhu 11 Gitas, Venkateshwara Chaitanya Prabhu 5 Gitas, Kalyani Mataji 6 Gitas, Sujan Prabhu 5 Gitas, Shekhar Prabhu 2 Gitas, grand total from Krishna Katha Desh including 3 chakras 689. Haribol. And this is from Keturidam from Bangladesh 311 Gitas, Mulabai Bazar Iskon Temple from Bangladesh 125 Gitas, Radha Krishna Gaur Nityananda Mandir from Naokali 212 Bhagavad Gitas, Cox Bazar Congregational Devotees from Bangladesh 535 Gitas, Radha Kanta Jiu Mandir from Dhaka 108 Gitas, Mridul Govinda Prabhu from Gurugan 72 Gitas, Gopabandhu Govinda Prabhu from Bangladesh 72 Gitas, Mohan Rupa Gaur Prabhu from Damodar Desh 72 Gitas, GVS Kumari from Mathura Desh 12 Gitas, KV Ratnam Prabhu from Mathura Desh 12 Gitas, VV Padma and Guru from Mathura Desh 144 Gitas, Brajaprana Prabhu from Mathura Desh 72 Gitas, Bhavatarini Mataji from Mathura Desh 34 Gitas, Pavana Bhala Govinda Prabhu from Mathura Desh 108 Gitas, Arvindaksha Govinda Prabhu from Bhopal 72 Gitas, Nandapriya Yashoda Devi Mataji from Purulia 72 Gitas, Naran Rai from Assam 11 Gitas, Utsabenju Gupta from Kolkata 11 Gitas, Anup Krishna Paul Prabhu from Hugli 11 Gitas, Rahul Banerjee from Kolkata 21 Gitas, Kirtimati Padma Mataji from Australia 50 Gitas, Hari Govinda Prabhu from Mathura Desh 72 Gitas, Jai Shiv Rajasevini Devi Mataji from Mathura Desh 176 Gitas, Rajendra Madhav Prabhu from Mathura Desh 72 Gitas, Subhashish Das Prabhu from Malda 11 Gitas, Swaravangi Gaurangi Mataji from Balram Desh 72 Gitas, Prita Biswas from Balram Desh 72 Gitas, Shyam Datta Prabhu and Adi Datta Prabhu from Kolkata 72 Gitas, Kanan Bala from Balram Desh 6 Gitas, Sudarshan Das Prabhu from Malda 3 Bhagavad Gitas, Tunga Vidya Mataji from Hugli 29 Gitas, Uttama Shri Lakshmi Mataji from Hyderabad 6 Gitas, Ranga Devi Sevika Mataji from Howrah 58 Gitas, Chandrakanti Jashamati Mataji from Hugli 6 Gitas, Suvilasini Madhavi Mataji from Singapore 72 Gitas, Sri Anand Prabhu from Bangalore 3 Gitas, Shrestha Singha from Kolkata 22 Gitas, Atira S. Raj from Karnataka 10 Gitas, Paridhirati Mataji from India 72 Gitas, Govardhan Kripamai Prabhu from Kuch Behar 6 Gitas, Sai Shirisha from Bangalore 1 Gita, Brajarad Nanda Prabhu from Mathura Desh 31 Gitas, Shrikant Srinivas Das Prabhu from Bangalore 18 Gitas, Gauranga Prasad Prabhu from Chennai 108 Gitas, Sankafani Narasimha Das Prabhu from Mumbai 3 Gitas, Vinay Srivas Prabhu from Nauhati 72 Gitas, Amal Jana from Singapore 8 Gitas, Nitai Premadas Prabhu from Australia 1 Srimad Bhagavatam set, Sudarshan Rajesh Prabhu from Bangalore 108 Gitas, Suvarna Jahanama from KKD 6 Gitas, Ananta Vilas Prabhu from USA 1000 Bhagavad Gitas, Padmana Prabhu from Mathura Desh 72 Gitas, K. Rani Mataji from Damodar Desh 7 Gitas, Mukti Mitra from India 6 Gitas, Vinay Nitachand Prabhu from Mathura Desh 72 Gitas, Himavan Prabhu from Mathura Desh 72 Gitas, Padmanabhan Ranganathan Prabhu from Mathura Desh 72 Gitas, Sridhar Gopi Kanta Prabhu from Mathura Desh 72 Gitas, Udaranga Mataji from Sweden 108 Gitas, Dishari Chatterjee from Kolkata 6 Gitas, Shashikala Satish from Bangalore 2 Gitas, Maha Manoranjan Krishnadas and group from Rajapur 172 Gitas. These wonderful devotees are also getting a special Narasimha Puja and Sridham Mayapur in a few hours from now. Please, all of you, also bless by calling out loudly after me. Nitai Gauranga! Please direct your sponsorships through virtual tables WhatsApp, even if it is for a single Bhagavad Gita. The virtual table is eagerly looking forward to receive a message 24 hours both day and night. at plus 919434760402 plus 919434760402. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. And a special request for dear devotees. So we all pray together once we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for all who is suffering from the different diseases and especially this pandemic, during this pandemic. And we all keep in our prayers His Grace Pankajangri Prabhu as well. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I can repeat again. Virtual book table number is plus 919434760402 plus 919434760402. Thank you very much. I am putting in chat box as well.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Srila Guru Maharaj is back here for home visits. So we will proceed with the home visits, starting with the birthday devotees. Hare Krishna, Sudhamrita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru. Okay, Sudhamrita, we have 6 devotees having birthdays today, Srila Guru Maharaj. Okay. Hare Krishna, Vedavid Nimai Prabhu, Madhumati Mataji, Hare Krishna, happy birthday. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Venu Shyamsundar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. 3 for devices logged in a single place.
Gurudev
Okay.
ki jai.
Guru Maharaj, please bless Madhupati.
Okay, Guru Maharaj is blessing Madhumati. Krishner Matirastu. Hari Bol. Where is Vrinda?
Till Laddu.
Okay.
Gurudev ki jai.
Okay. Mike, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Birthday of Sudhamrita Radhika Mataji, Sunirmala Tulsi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Hare Krishna. Oh, Sudhamai Chitra Ishwari Mataji, whose birthday is today? Unmute. Please unmute Mataji, Sudhamai Chitra Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, please accept our acceptable obeisances unto your lotus feet. My son's
Hare.
birthday, Gautam.
Oh, Janmadinam Ashamshagal. Hare Krishna. How are you doing, Mataji? All right? Very nice to hear that. Guru Maharaj is praying for you daily. Radhika Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining.
What's she playing on the
Huh?
guitar today?
What's that, Guru?
What's she playing on the guitar? Guitar?
Was she playing on the guitar today? Unmute.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much. I'm sorry I couldn't hear you properly.
Guru Maharaj was asking, was she playing on the guitar today?
Well, not today. Yes, I can play if you want. Yes. She
Does she play? Okay.
Singing?
So you are singing? Okay. Please sing.
Maharaj, if you want, I can sing.
Yeah. Keep it fast.
How old are you now?
How old are you now?
I'm now 14. I've completed
Oh.
14 years.
I heard your kids today.
I heard your kirtan today.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, you're so fortunate.
Thank you. Maharaj.
Okay. Hare Krishna. She would like to sing something for you, Guru Maharaj. Is it okay?
I heard already.
Okay. He heard already. Okay. Thank you anyway. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna. Okay, Russia.
How's your birthday cake?
Where is your birthday cake?
Анандинича Пакалата Матаджи, Харе Кришна, Гуру Махарадж благословляет вас, спасибо, что присоединились. Харе Кришна. Аударья Лила Матаджи, Харе Кришна, Гуру Махарадж благословляет вас, спасибо за фитилек, предложили. Вайкунха Хари Прабhu, эко-премия Кешеви Матаджи Санкаршина, Харе Кришна, спасибо за ваше чудесное подношение, Гуру Махарадж благословляет вас, Харе Кришна. Спасибо, что присоединились. Рада Рупи Матаджи, Харе Кришна, спасибо за авокадо, спасибо, что присоединились. Авокадо.
Avocados, Шрила Гуру Махарадж.
Мантра Анандини Матаджи, Харе Кришна, спасибо за ваше чудесное подношение. Гуру Махарадж благословляет вас. Хари Бол. Спасибо, что присоединились. Харе Кришна. Мадхусудан Враджарадж Прабhu из Челябинска. Харе Кришна, спасибо, что присоединились. Спасибо за ваше подношение. Гуру Махарадж благословляет вас. Харе Кришна.
Hare Krishna, Aparna Nagluri Mataji. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you in Rushang. Thank you very much for joining. Arvind Daksha Govinda Prabhu, thank you for the amras and crunchy jawar puppet. Blessings to all of you. Thank you very much for joining. From Bhopal.
So lockdown.
So you are in lockdown.
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Keep Krishna conscious.
Be Krishna conscious. Devina Mataji, where is Sri Nam Radha Mataji? Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Where is your mother? Okay, outside. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Blessings.
Blessings to Sri Ram Radha Mataji as well. Krishna Remi, Praladeshwar Prabhu, ¿cómo estás? Bendiciones de Guru Maharaja, gracias por unirte. Vamsidari Mataji, thank you for the garden rose. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Okay,
Hello.
Hari Bol.
Long time.
Long time. Oh, prolonged time. Prolonged blessings for you. Prolonged.
Krishna Mataruhu.
Krishnir Mati Ruhu. Okay. Lila Mai Gorangi Mataji, ¿cómo estás? Guru Maharaj is blessing you.
Hello.
Haribol. Indira Jano Mataji from Mayapur. Thank you for the sandwich. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Kolavicha Sridhar Prabhu. Gracias por unirte. Bendiciones de Guru Maharaja. Shri Nam Radha Mataji, we were just searching for you and you are here. Blessings to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hello.
Haribol. Anandada Lalita Mataji. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Betsy Toro Mataji. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Hare Krishna. Gopa Gopika Mataji, thank you for the cheese tomato bread. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Pushpa Gopal Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Susevini, Raseshwari Susevini Mataji, Datta Prakash Prabhu, Santoshi Mataji, thank you for the Murukku. Are you South Indian? Tamila? Okay. Okay, Raseshwari Mataji, Jai Raseshwari Mataji, Vijay Prabhu, Pav Bhaji and Laban. Okay. Bombay special, Pav Bhaji. Okay. Oh, so many pictures of Guru Maharaj is there. So nice. Hare Krishna. Okay, you can see Radha Kirshore Gopinath. You can see Mayapur Nashingadev, Radhesham of New Vrajadam, Hungary. You can see Panchatattva of Mayapur. You can see Dwarakadesh. Okay. Okay.
So you want to say how you
Kanta Kanan Vijaya, Zucchini fry, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Namamruta Mataji, dates, walnut cake and coffee. I think imitation coffee. Swarnangi Vishnupriya Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Baijayanti Shaki Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Krishnir Matirastu. Prem Rupa Radhika Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Ishwar Shumbar Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Vijayashri Mataji from Dhaka, Guru Maharaj apnake Ashirwad korchen. Thank you very much for joining. Rasarnava Chaitanya Prabhu, Hare Krishna, milk, banana, guava and juice. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Bhaggo Smriti Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Gopavandhu Govinda Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Please don't raise your hands. Hare Krishna. Maya and Milton Chowdhury, rose apples, banana and Malta. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Okay. Shudhamaya Jhanava Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Guru Maharaj is blessing. Kulna, Bangladesh. Antare Vipoti Meetup Hall. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for the champa. We can see Radha Madhav behind you. Tapta Kanchan Madhavi Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. What is Prabhu's name? Next time, please write Prabhu's name as well. Swarna Roy Mataji, Kemana Chain, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Turna Chaudhary Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Anandamai Kalavati Vaijayanti Lalita Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Bhaggoshmiti Mataji, second time special blessing. Thank you very much for joining. Anubhav Paul Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for the Pushpanjali. Haribol. You look very ecstatic today. Damayanti Sudaksha Mataji and Sonali Mataji, Hare Krishna from Shaktira, Bangladesh. Guru Maharaj is blessing both of you. Thank you very much for joining. Mayuri Reboti Devi Dashi Mataji from Bangladesh. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Sucharita Lalita Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Kusuma Mataji and Mona Mataji. Where is Tina? Tina is not there. Okay. Dina Shrestha Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Where is Ayush and Ayusha? Blessings to all of them. Ganesh and Nitai Prabhu, thank you for the halwa. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Okay. Ashutosh, Bhavesh, Rajesh, Vijay Lakshmi, Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Malik, Veena, Nitai, Karuna, Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Thank you very much for joining. Rajkumar Rajan Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. We can see the Soho street deities behind you. Ram Shrestha Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Sujana Lakshmikant Tirtha, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Supriya Jana Mataji, where is Manohar Nitai Chandra Prabhu? Blessings to for him as well. Vijay Namaram Prabhu, Bagunara, thank you for the sabji, cheese parota. Okay. Anuradha Ramaswamy Mataji, Devika Mataji, Dishka Mataji, Ramaswamy Prabhu, we love you, dear Guru Maharaj. You all are also very dear to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for the mango. Sangeet Priya Madhavi Mataji, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances to your divine lotus feet. Accepted by Guru Maharaj. Sarvas Madhuri Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Ema Haladini Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Satya Damodar Priya Prabhu Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Ram Kanai Matresh Prabhu, thank you for the mangoes. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing both all of you. All the devotees who are not there as well. Neetu Mataji from the UK, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Sukanti Revati Mataji from Anantanandadesh, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. We can see Radharani of Mayapur behind you. Small picture of her behind you. Okay. Kashadesh devotees, please rename yourself with CH but with no brackets. Right? So it is easy for devotees, those who are operating the Zoom here, so they can find you easily. Chaitya Guru Mataji, Nihama, thank you for the dumplings. Seishini for joining. Charu Madhavi Mataji, Hare Krishna, thank you for the Pushpanjali. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Jayapatma Mataji, how are you doing? Good. Hari Bol, nice to hear that from you. Narayani Mataji, Hare Krishna, thank you for the dumplings. It looks like it's a National Dumpling Day, Guru Maharaj. Everyone is offering dumpling today. Tungabhadra Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Dumpling as well. Sesheni. Jashoda Patma Mataji, thank you for the noodles. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. No, it's not noodles. I think it's some sabji topped with some green veg and potato. Haripriya Ganga Mataji, thank you for the bananas. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Aradhya Prem Prakash Gaur Prabhu, Ishani Madhvi Mataji, thank you very much for the arbi, roti and salad. Thank you very much for the wonderful offering. Okay, Sumadur Gopal Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Where is Gaura Hari? Anuradha Guru Sevini Mataji, Yuvain and Keshavi, Hare Krishna. Blessings to all of you. From Bangalore, Shilpa Mataji, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Hari Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Anantalila Devi Dasi, thank you for the roti and milk. Thank you very much for joining. Fani Sevika Mataji, ¿cómo estás? Bendiciones de Guru Maharaj. Shri Hari Namamrita Prabhu, where is Sridhari Sundari Mataji? She's not here today. Okay, no problem. Blessings for her as well. Rasika Ratika Mataji from Rajgarh. Okay, Narayani Gauranga Prabhu, Bhakti Parayani Mataji, Hare Krishna. Oh, you can see Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj, Bhakti Dhira Damodar Maharaj, Hare Krishna. All the wonderful leaders of our society. Kishori, where is your father? We want to thank him for the books yesterday. Hare Krishna. Mataji, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? Saloni Mataji, Kushi Mataji, Kasa Hayes. Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Srimad, where were you? We didn't see you for a long time. Lincoln Mataji, from Induleka Mataji from Lincoln. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Hari Bol. Jatila Radhika Mataji, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Krishna Matirastu. Brajalakshmi Yashoda Mataji from Karnataka, Bangalore. Hare Krishna. Thank you for the garland. Jalangi Mataji, Narsingadev mango for Guru Maharaj. Thank you. So, Sulakshana Vaishnavi Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Bhagyashri Mataji from Calcutta, Kemonachin Mataji, thank you for the biscuits, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Anita Mataji from Katwa, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you, thank you very much for joining. Okay. Karthik and Pooja, Guru Maharaj is blessing you, okay, thank you very much for joining. Bhakti Shakti Mataji, Matramohan Prabhu, Vanakam, blessings to both of you. Pran Shakti Mataji, Ranchor Govind Prabhu, our congregation member, Goranga Pavan Prabhu, your spiritual son, father left his body today afternoon due to COVID. He is requesting Guru Maharaj to pray. Surabhi Kunj, ISJM, Bangalore. Okay, okay, Guru Maharaj will pray for him. Okay. Sakhi and Snigdamayi, thank you for the pizza. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Abhilasha Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Sudevi Jayashri Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Tulasi and Padmashri Abdir Kinga Rendu thank you for the wheat cake. Guru Maharaj is blessing both of you. Thank you very much for joining. Premamayi and Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna. From NRJD, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Thank you very much for joining. Krishna Ram, 11 years old. Hare Krishna. Chaitali Mataji, thank you for the dokla. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Sagari Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Gunapriya Gopi Mataji, Roti and Sabji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Madhusudan Chaitanya Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Suchitra Revati Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Hare Krishna. Second time, special blessings. Okay. Golokpriya Gorangi Mataji, Hare Krishna. She posted nice pictures of you, Guru Maharaj, during Vyas Puja. Golokpriya Gorangi Mataji. Santana Lakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Abdir King and Alarkela. Thank you very much for joining. Okay. Poonam Deepshika Deepu, thank you for the grapes and dry fruits. Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Thank you very much for joining. Haladini Rai Mataji from Calcutta. Sometimes you are in Calcutta, sometimes you are in Bangalore, sometimes you are in Assam. Okay. Nirguna Jano Mataji, beautiful book. Okay. Srila Bhakti Vinod. Okay. Shri Godruma Kalpatravi Tavi. Okay. Govinda Gopi Mataji Ni Hauma. Guru Maharaj is blessing both of you. Thank you very much for joining. Kalindi Prema Rupa. ¿Cómo estás? From Mexico, Guru Maharaj. Anju Mataji from Bangalore. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Kolkata, Vrinda Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Alvinda Krishna Prabhu, Yamuneshwari Mataji, thank you for the mangoes. Is it Salem mangoes? Could be, huh? Okay. Sarojini Kalindi Devidasi Mataji from Chennai, Vanakkam Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Shri Hari and Urjeshwari Radha Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Sheshapati Govinda Prabhu, Shri Radhe Mataji, thank you for the oats, uttapam and mint chutney. Hare Krishna. Philadelphia, right? Radha Sharad Bihari. Ashwashina Govinda Prabhu. Mukunda Jayanti Mala Mataji. Hare Krishna. Ashwashina Govinda Prabhu. Thank you. Wow. Luckily, we didn't move forward. Otherwise, we would have missed this wonderful offering. Thank you very much. All glories to Jayanti Mala Mataji for cooking such a wonderful prasad. Jayanta Mahalakshmi Mataji, Engananda Mataji, Sukam Danne. Very nice. Hari bol. From Florida, Satyaraj Govinda Prabhu, Achit Priyas Tulasi Mataji, thank you very much for joining. Sandhya Vinod Vasudev and Vrinda, blessings to all of you. Gopabandhu Govinda Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Sridhari Sundari Mataji, just now we saw Prabhu, now we are seeing you. Thank you very much for joining. Padmavati Ammavaru, Ki Jai. Alamelu Mangai Tayar, Ki Jai. Shamala Gopika Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Nirmala Kamala Mataji, Tustanandaraj Prabhu, Sanjeev Prabhu, thank you for the wonderful offering. Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Yeah. Hemanga Giridhari Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. The Hema Sundari. Hemangi Vishaka Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Hemarupa Gaur Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is blessing you from Damodar Desh. Oh, Sanjeev is back in Bangalore. Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. How was your journey, Sanjeev? If it was good, thumbs up, please. Haribol, nice, Haribol. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. They brought your laptop, Guru Maharaj, from Bangalore. Okay, so Swarna Kanti Chitra Mataji from Nizamabad. Nadia Radha Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. UK from Meeta Mataji and Little Siddhi, Hare Krishna. Susanta Brajesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Jamuna Shevika Mataji, Rujul Varun, thank you for the wheat pizza. Manjula Shrikant Aryan Sai Tamal Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Vasivi Mataji from Charlotte, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Shyam Sundar Srinivas Prabhu and Shrida, thank you for the bananas. Guru Maharaj is blessing both of you. Bagunara Prabhu. Brihad Gaurhari Prabhu, Utkarshini Simantini Mataji from UK, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Saishnu Sridhar Prabhu, okay, they are driving, dangerous. Oh Krishna, don't do that. When you are driving, don't take the hands off. Rasapriya Gopika Mataji, Braja Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for joining. We are missing Shamrastik Prabhu here. Hare Krishna. That is some fruit. I don't know what is that name. Maybe it looks like mini gulab jamun. Okay. Jamuna Priya Gopika Mataji Murmura, Haribol. In Telangana, we are getting Bengali Murmura. Oh, Andhra Murmura. Okay. Puri, Paneer Sabji, Kheer and berries. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Aarti Swati Nitai. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the wonderful offering. Oh my God. Let him sleep. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Divyangi Lalita Mataji from Om Aha. Thank you for the Adai, Jaggery, jackfruit and buttermilk. Haribol. Where is Prem Vikas Prabhu? South Africa, Divya Mataji, Hanuman Jayanti, Mahaprasad. Haribol. Jai Hanuman Gyana Gun. Okay, Ravi Janardhan Prabhu, thank you for the stuffed paratha. Jogeshwar Gopinath Prabhu, Nikunja Saki Mataji and Shruti Mataji, blessings to all of you. Please don't raise your hands up. Siddheshwari Chitra Mataji, thank you for the wonderful offering. Guru Maharaj, Kairava Chandrika Mataji and Geeteshwari Vishnupriya Mataji, they distributed 51 Bhagavad Gitas, Guru Maharaj. They were inspired by you in your service to Srila Prabhupada. Now there's a lockdown in Delhi. No oxygen. Okay, Dina Shrestha Mataji, Ayusha, thank you for the flower bouquet. Shama Smita Devidasi, Kerala Putte and Kadala Kari, Bale Bale. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Sharada Brajashri Mataji, love you Guru Maharaj. You are very dear to Guru Maharaj as well. Balavrinda Mataji, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, where is Balachandra Prabhu? Bhagwashmriti Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Subhatra Bhaktimai Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you and Prabhuji. Premamai Satyabhama Mataji, low-fat labon, Hare Krishna, cupcake from Damodar Desh. Baigan Baja, Paratha, Ishani Rukmini Mataji, Ishwar Paramakrishna Prabhu. Where is Sunaina Mataji? Susevini, Guru Goranga Mataji, Amani Gorchandra Prabhu. Where are your daughters? Sudarshan, Vaishnavi Mataji, thank you for the pair. Thank you for the wonderful offering. Okay, Venu Shyam Sundar Prabhu, we just celebrated your birthday. Again, we are coming to see you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining. Mahananda Chaitanya Prabhu, Preeti Mai Mataji, Rasapriya Radharani Mataji, Riya Mataji, thank you for the pohe. Puja Mataji, thank you for the watermelon and puffed rice. Shri Hari Ma. Oh, this is Urjeshwari Radha Mataji. Okay, tamarind rice, bindi stir fry. Kakuli Nani Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Nidhi Mataji, Abdir Kinga. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Sadguna Mai Mataji, Deepa and Tanu, thank you for the avocado smoothie. Tejashwini Rukmani and all is not there today. Partha Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Second time, special blessing. I think the avocado is very delicious. Sri Rupa Madhvi Mataji, Chiranjeevi, where's Sriman Balaram Krishna Prabhu? Blessings to all of you. Dameshwar Dharmendra Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Saundri Ramachandran Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Krishna and Samyak, thank you both of you for joining. Hare Krishna. Shilpi Chaudhary Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. একনিষ্ঠ লক্ষ্মীপ্রিয়া মাতাজি, গুরু মহারাজ আপনাকে আশীর্বাদ করছেন। Nehamai Basuda Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Sharada Brajashri Mataji, okay, Ratneshwari Basuda Mataji, thank you very much for joining. Second time. Hari Bol Nirmaya, we were missing you so many days. So special blessings for you. Thank you for the laddu. And Shukdev Prabhu, of course, blessings for you as well. Okay, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Wow. Okay, KKD. Shushanta Rajesh Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Oh, we are. Oh, Vrindavana Sundari Mataji, Selamat Petang. Apa kabar? Okay, Hare Krishna. Leela Rani Sita Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Sham Shri Prada Mataji, Vrajesh, Hare Krishna, Vrajesh, how are you? Ujjwal Kalindi Mataji, Radhapati Shyam Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Bagunara Mataji, Satvika Mataji from Krishna Katha Desh, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Okay, everyone, we are. Please don't raise your hands again and again. The one and only Rani, Sudevi Rani Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you for the Idiyappam and Sodhi. Wow, wonderful combination. Bhakti Vijendra Maharaj likes that. Guru Maharaj is also accepting it very nicely. Anuragini Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Okay. Haribol. Chotu Book Distributors, Deeptiman and Ujjwal Nitai, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Okay, Deeptiman got excited when he saw Guru Maharaj. Haribol. Thank you for the wonderful offering.
How do you do it?
What's that?
How do you do it?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Malik, Nitai, Karuna and Veena, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Bhavana Raghu, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Okay. Raghuveer Sagar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Water. All them. Golpriya Sachimata Mataji, Vijay Venudari Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Enganende, Guru Maharaj Ningla Asirvadikine. Lalit Keshav Prabhu, Abdi Irkinga. Thank you very much for joining. Amala Manjari Mataji, Narayanan Prabhu. Enganende. Okay, organic rose apples, Guru Maharaj. Amla rose apple. Is that a new variety of apple? Amla rose apple. Oh, her name Amala Manjari. Okay, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Okay. Hare Krishna. Jayantika Mataji, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tejaswini Rukmini. Hemarupa Gaur Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Rangadevi Gopika Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Ankit Parik Prabhu, Kemcho, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much. Tejaswari Rukmini Mataji, curd rice, til laddu. Curd rice means I should ask you, Ebdi Rikinga. Jayada Rukmini Mataji, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji is also there. Okay, we can't see Prabhuji clearly. Okay, Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for joining. We can see Radhe Sham Sundar. Janavi Gaur Priya Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Hare Krishna. Shama Smita Mataji, Kerala Puttu Kadala Curry. Okay. Kadala Puttu and Kadala Curry, I ate it like ages ago. Akshaya Swaminathan Mataji, thank you for the Mallipu garland. Sunil Preeti, Deepshik. Okay, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Lalitangi Mataji, King Pratap Rudra. No, let me read that. King Pratap Rudra conquered the Lord by his humility, and the Lord rewarded by his ecstatic embrace. False ego is falsity, real ego is humility. Wow. Begging your blessings to always be humble. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, Lalitangi Radha Mataji, Sevananda Chaitanya Prabhu,
Lord.
Nimai, and Prahlad.
Krishna Tasa.
Rupa Shri Basudha Mataji, Krishna Matirastu, thank you very much for joining. So we'll put gallery view darshan.
So a lot on that.
Okay, Sonal Arora Mataji, thank you very much. Bless me for an interview tomorrow, okay? Okay, Guru Maharaj, blessing you. Sudhamai Chitra Mataji, how are you? How's your stay in Mayapur? Is everything all right? Mamta Mataji, thank you for the roti, chana, palak paneer, almonds. Wow. Mantra Gopi Mataji, thank you for the watermelon. Sivanath Giritari Prabhu, Premamai Champaklata Mataji, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Swara Parakaram Prabhu, Parama Radha Mataji, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. If you don't raise hands, we can visit all the devotees tomorrow. Jalangi we saw. Oh yeah, she's there. Mangoes, Narsingadev Maha Mango. Okay, Seva Priya Mataji from Leicester, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Thank you very much for joining. Abhay Charan Nimai, Guru Maharaj is blessing you. Deepak Joshi, Guru Maharaj is blessing you.